Cryptocurrency traders are closely monitoring Bitcoin's crucial levels amidst market volatility. As the altcoin Bitcoin pair dynamics fluctuate, traders wait at the optimal strategy between holding altcoins and Bitcoin, with historical pattern indicating potential altcoin mania ahead. Investors brace for a decisive phase in the crypto market. Stay tuned for evolving trends and insights. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. So let's start here. Michael Saylor explains why fiat currency and inflation is the silent death of your money. Most people have no idea that they are being stolen from by their governments every day. If you own Bitcoin, you are protected. As well as I mentioned in my previous tweet, it looked like SPX was about to reverse and wasn't worth the risk today being in the Bitcoin longs personally anymore. Both dropped at the same time when it reversed. Sometimes it is better to be relaxed and not worrying about the trade at all. Bitcoin liquidation heat map, and look how much is there on the short position of the 71,500. That's a huge load of cash, almost at $2 billion, and we are getting prepared to actually liquidate all of those funds. Bitcoin funding rates were negative from Saturday and into Monday. How now flipped back to positive, and the bears couldn't get below 60k. The last time Bitcoin saw negative funding rates, price was at $15,000. Breaking news: an unknown whale just bought $496 million worth of Bitcoin from Coinbase. Also, others versus Bitcoin. The chart below is actually simply a simple pair study done to convey when it is the most optimal time to hold altcoins versus Bitcoin. When the others Bitcoin pair moves up, it's better to hold small cap, mid cap alts. When it moves down, it's better to hold Bitcoin. I've marked out the Bitcoin halving with solid vertical lines, and I've also marked out when Bitcoin went on to make a new all-time high after a bear market with dashed vertical lines. Funny enough, we've seen more or less the same thing every cycle. Altcoins slightly outperform Bitcoin leading into a halving, then slightly underperform Bitcoin right after for a short while. Then we get altcoin mania. I believe we are front-running this cycle just a little bit and would expect alt mania sooner rather than later. I believe we are probably halfway through our red box right now, and within the next 90 days plus minus the blue box should commence, and we're waiting for that altcoin mania starting soon. People actually think like this: can buy fractions of one, gotta start somewhere. And people reply with, fractions of Bitcoin is a joke, go stick your money in a 5% at the bank, which when the when they are printing money, you are just getting your 5%. And inflation is eating your money with a 7%, so you are literally losing 2% of your fiat money holding your money in the bank. That's what stupid people don't understand. Bitcoin going to 200,000 does very little for people with fractionless satoshis. It does the same as with big money. It actually makes your money bigger while you're holding it in your bank and losing 2%. Yeah, you're not losing 7% just holding it in your house or somewhere else. But losing 2% still, it's not a profit 100%. Okay, too many questions about Bitcoin ETFs and zero flows. A few quick thoughts. On any given day, the vast majority of ETFs will have a flow number of a 0. This is very normal. There are 3,500 ETFs in the US, as yesterday 2,900 of them had a flow of exactly 0. Second, shares are created or destroyed in creation units. This only happens when there is a mismatch in supply and demand, and that mismatch has to be large enough to justify tapping the underlying market, and a bigger mismatch than a creation unit. Creation units are the lots that ETF shares are created and redeemed in. Every ETF can have a different size creation unit, and in this case of the spot Bitcoin ETFs, they are blocks of shares ranging from 5,000 shares to 50,000 shares. So a creation or redemption will only happen if there is a large enough mismatch in supply and demand, and the cost to make a market by doing the creation or redemption is lower than simply hedging than making markets the old-fashioned way. TLDR, minor mismatches will see the market makers handle trading of shares just like they would a stock. and it needs to be lopsided more than a creation unit in either direction for market makers to tap the AP's underlying market. This is a very simplified way of explaining this, and in reality it's actually more complicated. The next up, what do we have here? If Bitcoin hits 59,000, I will open $1 million Bitcoin long position. Let's see if it actually happens like this, because right now we are located in this position where if Bitcoin breaks below this support, we are so fucked. So the same person saying two different things in two different tweets. The first one, he is actually saying that if it breaks below the support level, which is higher than 60,000, we are fucked. And another one, he is just claiming that if it goes to 59,000, he's going to do a long position. I don't know, these type of investors, what are they hoping for, what are they expecting, and how they are manipulating their subscribers' money, because people believe them and they somehow do such things. New Group Bank of Brazil bought and holds BlackRock spot Bitcoin ETF, and here we could actually see it as the 8th spot, Grupo Banco do Brasil, multiple portfolios, and around 1.5 million market valuation. Also, the OI has been reduced by more than 20%, and funding is back to baseline levels, all while Bitcoin simply consolidated around its previous all-time highs. A sideways shakeout with the halving event right around the corner. Same shit, different year, send it way higher. And back to my predictions. We haven't looked on this one since, like, I don't know, since the middle of the March, I guess, because actually not the middle of the March. This one actually was drawn on 28th March, so basically this was my prediction, and we actually played out it pretty cool. I'm not saying that it's perfect, but it's like 60-70% accurate right here. But then after this moment, I actually expected for the bulls to actually make it up to 75,000 and liquidate around the $5 billion that were located here. But now we are still looking for the 71,500 somewhere over here, where it is actually located around the $2 billion, and then we will try to go for the $5 billion again. So the drop happened. It wasn't expected because we didn't know that the war might happen, and we were expecting actual rise, but it happened different route as the price dropped again. So basically we are waiting for the same position once again for it to break out at this location, but still looking for the possible crash, because if it's kind of still unknown where the war goes, where this old stuff goes, but I expect it if it's going to be finally like reworked, and we are probably going to see a 71,500, then we will get back at the price at the lower price position, and then finally break out right there to 75,000 and maybe higher than that. But if we will get even more bad sad news, and if we break this support level over here once again, which we actually broke like 2 times as we could see, so basically we are going to see a huge price drop. And let me actually draw it because we did it twice. It's like 61,000 over here. If we're going to break this support level once again, the price will dramatically drop and continue on dropping because market prepares for this opportunity too. So that's kind of all the information we got on today's video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you in the next one, and peace.